Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. Yesterday was a decent day. There was two batter props that hit. Then we had another batter prop that was actually canceled. So it was a 1-0 day. It's still counted as a perfect day, but I mean it was only one win and zero losses. So 2 days ago we actually lost. I actually lost about 3 units, and obviously there's regression coming. I don't win every single day. Anybody that bullshits you, tries to tell you that they win every day, is just straight up lying to you. That's not the way this business works. And very important is you have to do bankroll management. That way, when you're losing, it doesn't wipe you out. And I'm going to show you two teams that I really liked, and I'm going to tell you why I skipped them. Also, if you're in the VIP, I already put up 8 batter props inside the VIP this morning. And if you're not part of VIP, make sure you check out the link in the description. You can check us out for one day or 1 week. And the last thing I'll mention before I jump into the plays is that it's the All-Star break, and every season in every sport, it happens the exact same way. We were up a lot of units, and then as soon as the All-Star break hit, then the teams they actually start either intentionally losing to get better, a better positioning to get draft picks and stuff like that. So once the All-Star break happens, or it's getting close to the All-Star break, even like right now we're in the scenario where it's after the All-Star break, and right now they're doing what's called a crosstown classic. It's even harder to gauge these wins and gauge these plays because they're doing a crosstown classic. Plus, they just came off All-Star break. So you have to take all this stuff into consideration when you're looking at these plays. And the reason that's so important is that because they start getting into the playoff mode, and their mindset shifts. So they're not trying so hard to win if they suck, and if they're great or they're decent, then they're actually trying very hard to win. So also they're looking at trading and stuff like that. So like I said, everything changes right around All-Star break, and that's where we're at right now. So I'm actually taking a little bit of a step back, and I'm not forcing anything. And again, I'm going to show you two teams, and I'm going to hook you guys up with two batter props. So yesterday, for the VIP members, I threw it out there. I said I'm going to stay away from these money lines and the spread. I did like the Cubs and I did like the Orioles, but I was going to try to catch them live. I actually went out to a party, so I was not paying attention, and I didn't put it in my phone, so I left it alone. However, there was reasoning behind why I stayed away from the Cubs and the Orioles. But check this out: the Orioles ended up slaughtering these dudes 18-0. Like I said, I mentioned that I was looking at them, and then I just completely forgot. I wouldn't have had a chance to bet them live anyway, just because they won by so much. But I just wanted to show you that did hit, and then the Cubs, they also hit as well. So now let me hook you up with two batter props, and then, like I said, I'm going to go into two other games that I liked, but I'm actually staying away, and I'm going to show you why. So the first batter, it's a batter prop. It's Bo Bichette to get one hit. I'm not going to get into all the details, but basically you can see he's got a 90% hit rate overall. He comes up to bat between 4 and 5 times. He's exceeded this line 12 straight games on the road. He's faced this pitcher 11 different times, and he's gotten 4 hits. That's an average of .400. Plus, it's a 90% hit rate overall. I already did the research behind the graph right here. So Bo Bichette pretty much gets a hit everywhere that this guy throws. So I've already done the research. This dude looks very solid today. Bo Bichette to get one hit. The second one is Bobby Witt Jr. from the Royals. This guy get 80% hit rate, comes up to bat between 4 and 5 times as well. He's exceeded this line 10 out of the last 11 games. He's only faced this pitcher once, and he's gotten 1 hit. That's a 100% hit rate. Even though it's a low sample size, it's still a 100% hit rate. And then you just scroll up right here, and like I said, it's 80% hit rate overall and 100% hit rate against this pitcher. I've also done the research. Look at pretty much anywhere they throw the ball, this guy can get a hit. All right, guys. So we're last month it was about a 35 unit month. This month we're up a lot as well, and like I said, and this month we're up again. We did take a regression day 2 days ago, so it's been kind of a little bit steady, but a little bit lower this week because, like I said, because of the All-Star break. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys two teams that I really like, And I was actually looking at them very heavily, but then I'm staying away. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. If you want access to this that I'm about to show you, it's called a Sharp Edge. Look in the pinned comment, and it's free for 30 days. The reason this is free for 30 days is because I'm still working on it, and there's a lot of data that sometimes shows up, sometimes doesn't, and I'll show you what that looks like. So it's still under construction, and that's the reason I'm giving it away for 30 days. Again, that's going to be the link in the pinned comment. So right here, I was looking at the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Yankees. Again, this is a crosstown classic. The line started at a 126. It's currently at a 130. So the line is shifting a little bit towards the Phillies. The overall batting average last 7 days, the Phillies are a little bit higher than the Yankees. Overall 14 days, still higher. And then overall last 30, still higher. Pitching is much better, but it's still low. You can see it's a 4.22 versus a 6.0 for the last 7 days. One of the major reasons I was looking at this is because of Zach Wheeler. He's playing today for the Phillies, 9-3 record, 2.39 ERA, so he is elite. But then he's also facing a very strong Carlos Rodon, 10-7 record, very similar, also elite. Bullpen is very similar, so there's no batting advantage, there's no pitching advantage, and that's the reason I'm staying away. You can see even the projections, it shows you here 4-4 overall, the team grade and everything like that. Phillies have dominated 70% hit rate when they've been out as a favorite, but that's not enough for me to convince me that they're gonna beat them with Rodon playing. Also, the OPS, they're pretty much very similar, meaning that on-base percentage is very similar. So those are the reasons I've stayed away, even though the line was shifting slightly from a 126 to a 130. I was looking at the Blue Jays, and you can see they started at a plus 100, and now they're at a plus 105. So it's actually going opposite. The line is actually going in the opposite direction. I'm not going to get into all the details. They have Scherzer over here. You can see the ERA is actually worse than Flaherty. And those are the reasons I stayed away. There's other data, which I don't have in front of me right here. But that's the reason I started taking a look at this. Once I saw this, there's really nothing that's telling me I should go with either team. And like I said, I've been very careful, especially after the All-Star break, that I'm not forcing anything. So again, guys, if you want access to this Sharp Edge tool, it's 30 days for free. Check out the pinned comment. And you can see right here, it's got all the games. It tells you when was the last time that it was updated, how many games are available, and things like that. So make sure you check that out. I'll just repeat one more time. Bobby Witt Jr. to get 1 hit. Bo Bichette to get 1 hit. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much. Let's make it another winning day. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much.